It always smells when I get blown. It's because of all the pre-cum.
Jesus Christ, Lee. Hey there, Beertalk. Welcome back to the post-analysis hangout with Maxwell Starr and our esteemed panel, including Lee, who smells when he gets a blowjob.
Wow.
Anyway.
It smells like cinnamon.
What's everybody drinking?
I'm drinking that Trailer Park Boys Freedom 35 lager. I just saw Trailer Park Boys. I didn't actually look at the can that closely. I assumed, it must be their new IPA. But no, it's just their shitty lager.
Well, at least those are better of their two beers. I think the malt beverage was worse.
This is not the beer, remember. I'm drinking a Spitfire.
Oh, really? Oh, they're in cans. Oh,
I got some.
It's always been in cans here, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got some Brewed Awakening by Bell City.
Black coffee IPA.
Black coffee IPA.
IPA. And
cheers. Welcome to Rod.
Welcome, Rod. Yep. And if you're there, what are you drinking?
Nothing yet. I'm actually uploading a video and doing some stuff.
Kick him out.
And Greg, not that we. Well, I guess we should ask you what you're drinking. What are you drinking?
Hey guys, it's me, Joe. I'm drinking a 10 bitter years because Black Oak is the best. I'm gonna review it on my channel soon, guys. Hey, gotta get a uniform.
It's terrible.
You can totally show up with a police officer Halloween costume at the tent.
I'm gonna bully him until he wears that uniform.
And he's gonna kill you.
Well, you know what? It'll be a death worthy of myself.
Or just block you in the comments for his channel. Just get so pissed off.
Who does he think he is? Chris Peters? Oh no, wait,
exactly.
he doesn't block people. I forgot.
Well played. He'll block you and make like 13-minute videos about you every month. That'll be great.
Hey, Gee.
Huh?
I like the t-shirts, man. I like the t-shirts.
His t-shirt. What's it say?
No, not that one. The one he did on Instagram for his channel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it was
my t-shirts.
Yeah.
What I love about Guy's t-shirts is that he keeps them on.
Yeah,
that's boring.
We know why Greg's camera's off.
But this is 3 sheets. This is old.
Because I'm playing video games, Nick, and I don't want you to see the side of my face.
That's sort of a mutual thing there.
There you go. Everyone's happy.
Well, there, I guess we don't want to.
I found a really, really high quality stream of the hockey game. If anybody wants to check it out.
It's called CBC.
Yeah, for those of us that don't have actual TV and just the internet.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just see what the scores are and figure that they won and it was a great game and all that stuff. I don't get how the baseball works.
I generally don't care about anything like hockey or anything. I just want a Canadian team to win the cup. I just think that'd be pretty cool. It's been a long time.
Well, the Jets might win.
Either one, I don't care. Like my Marcel, he's like a hardcore Montreal fan, so he's all about Boston right now. Like he does not want the Leafs to win at all.
Ooh, really? Yeah. See, I don't care. There's a lot of Toronto fans that are really pissing me off right now because the Habs aren't. There's actually a page on Facebook called Habs Suck, and they're going off about the Habs shouldn't talk about the Leafs doing badly in the playoffs or something because they don't know what playoffs are. I don't know. It's a lot of bullshit, especially if you're a Habs fan. But I just feel like the Leaf fans are annoying me more than the Boston fans are this time around.
Well, here in like the central area, kind of where we are, like we're in Canada, it's like there's the Leafs, the Senators, and the Canadians. And if you're a fan of one of those teams, you generally want the other teams to like burst into flames. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
I'm just curious, what's the percentage of Canadians per team in general?
I'm pretty sure it's been like most NHL teams have a pretty high percentage, I want to say, of Canadian players. But
there you go. We always win.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
No.
Yeah, I think still most of the NHL is still Canadian.
Yeah.
I think most of the players in the NHL are still Canadian, but there's a lot of Americans in there now.
Well, just America, like the population of America compared to Canada, like just the odds. There's going to be that many more
What is it like 10 times the size population is 10 times the size of us?
More than that, isn't it? I want to say it's like it's over 300 million. It's in like
we have
over
370 million people in America.
Yeah,
What?
and we're at like
370.
And are we at 40 million?
There's like 30. There's like 38 million Canadians, I think.
Yeah, basically, like I think New York has pretty much the population of all of Canada.
Something like that. Like Canada's population, when you look at a population map, Canada's population is almost entirely along the U.S. border. Like you could trace a line across the country. The only place where it really sticks up north, the only large cities up north, I think, are Edmonton and Calgary, like far away from the border.
Yeah, the bigger ones.
Quebec City as well.
It's not that far though.
Yeah.
I want to say like Edmonton and Calgary are probably further than Quebec City is.
Yeah, Edmonton's the furthest north city.
Even the word Canada means village.
What about like Fort McMurray and Yellowknife and stuff? Come on now.
Yeah, but they're not that big. They're more like satellite problem. Like we're talking about Edmonton's like close to a million people. There are 35.151 million Canadians in Canada, so we're like a 12th of the size population of the States.
That's nuts.
Anyway, nobody asked me what I'm drinking.
What are you drinking, Nick?
I'm drinking a Trailway Loma IPA.
Good?
It's okay.
You were making all these weird sounds regarding it at the beginning. We didn't want to use it.
I was making orgasmic sounds when I first took a whiff of it. My first swig was like, "Oh, this is amazing." Then I started drinking it, and I'm like, it's like almost losing its flavor. It's like very.
It's one of those beers.
Bland. Yeah, it's very juicy, but it's almost like it's like you expect it to be juicier.
What kind of beer is it?
It's a New England style IPA.
Yeah.
This is dank fruit, dank spicy fruit. Anyway, American IPA. Yeah. So here we go. So we got anything like Canadian beer news to talk about this week? Like a certain Supreme Court just pissed the needle fuck off lately.
That was bullshit, eh?
Stonehammer Brewing apparently shut down.
I heard that. What the fuck happened there?
I don't know. Their Pilsner was one of my favorite Pilsners in the world.
Yeah.
Was it Stonehammer or was it
Steam Whistle?
It was Stonehammer in Guelph.
And apparently they've been around for like a long time too. Like they just up and shut down out of nowhere apparently.
Me, Guy, and Chad went up there one year. I think it was 2015, right after the new owners had bought out Stonehammer.
What's a weird store? It's like split in half. You can buy toy trucks on the right, and on the left you get a little brewery. It's like, what the fuck?
Wasn't very big.
No.
But I mean, they didn't even have tours. They just had like a fridge full of beer in there. But apparently, they had Ontario-wide production. I think I've had the Pilsner and I had their black lager.
Yeah, I think it was a black lager or a dark lager. Dark lager.
That's what
it's called. They had Stonehammer Dark. They had Light. They had the Pilsner, and I want to say I had at least one more of their beers too. And they were all pretty good.
I had their Baltic Porter.
I never saw that, but I heard that was pretty good.
Well, wasn't their head brew guy for a while that crazy motherfucker who made the meat beer or whatever, and then he left, and then they.
I think so. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy that Chad's always going on about. He's like one of the most brilliant brewers he's ever met and shit. And,
the meat beer.
Well, yeah, he was doing some weird experimental stuff, but apparently he was responsible for all the actual good beers that brewery was making, and then he left, and there's your result.
What happened there? Yeah.
So basically, it was Hammer Time. Shut down.
My mom randomly shared a link. My mom randomly shared me a link on Facebook about some beer that they were using like Chick-fil-A chicken cutlets to make this beer. Some weird shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That beer had extra fucking racism.
Let's see, the link is probably still by the chat we have here. Let me see.
What's out of here with that?
They're closed on Sunday. How can they possibly be racist? They're church-going people.
Oh God. Anyway, I've had four beers from Stonehammer. I've had 4 beers from Stonehammer. I've had the dark. I've had the Pilsner. Both of those Chad sent me. And then when I was up at the brewery, I picked up the Maple Red Ale and the Continuity Baltic Porter. So,
I seem to recall thinking the Stonehammer Light was like one of the best light beers
There. That's the link to that weird fried chicken beer. It's just like a weird little short video on it on some Facebook thing my mom shared.
I know why Elite keeps on lying. It's Innocent Gun Lager. It is the best beer ever.
Anyway.
Hey, Gee, you just mute yourself and shut up for the rest of the fucking chat, all right?
Don't be denial. You know it's true.
Oh, second period's over.
Oh, is it still 4-3?
Still 4-3.
Too much?
Hockey ball score.
Now there's some giant thing going on in Toronto right now too. Like they had a huge tailgate party because I guess the Leafs are playing, the Raptors are playing, and the Toronto Football Club or something is also in like the finals or some shit.
Does anyone want to have a tailgate party after some maniac ran down like 20 people?
Hey, Toronto strong.
Yeah, that's both those are valid points. I think like standing up and being like, you know what, fuck it, but we're not going to let this fucking keep us down. But at the same time, that would be in the back of my head the whole time. Yeah, those are both valid points.
I mean, you know, have the celebration, but maybe rename it something that doesn't have cars in the title.
It was a van. Vans don't usually have a tailgate, so it wasn't. You know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, let's talk about another
horrible though.
Let's talk about another news article that's kind of gotten me upset. As everybody knows by now, there was a Supreme Court ruling that was handed down last week that due to a guy from northern New Brunswick who was bringing beer across back from Quebec where it's cheaper to his hometown. I forget where it was, up north somewhere. Anyway, it ended up going to the Supreme Court of Canada because there's an old New Brunswick rule the old government rule where you're not allowed to bring beer into the province or bring alcohol into the province exceeding a certain quantity because of post-prohibition rules that were set down. Like part of that stuff is governed by the liquor commission of whatever province you're in. And they fined this guy and confiscated his beer, and then he decided to fight it in court. A couple of years ago, the court actually ruled in his favor, saying that the borders between provinces should be open, and this is against the Constitution. Yada yada yada. New Brunswick Attorney General forwarded it off to the Supreme Court of Canada to be decided. And the Supreme Court came down last week and actually decided that the provinces' liquor commissions have the right to restrict access to beer that comes across provincial borders. So that's something that happened last week, and that's another story altogether. But the thing that really pisses me off that's coming out today is the fact that there's been a few craft beer stores in the province that are run by some of the breweries, like Hand River Brewing's got one. Pickeroons is the big one because where they got the Pickeroons General Store, and they have a beer cabinet in their main store, the Boutique up in Fredericton, where they're allowed to sell beer in their store from other New Brunswick breweries. But the agreement previously was that they were allowed to sell beers from the local region. So that included other provinces in the Maritimes, including Nova Scotia and PEI. So the whole thing now, since this decision was handed down, ANBL came and put their fist down and says, no, you're not allowed to sell Nova Scotia beers and or PEI beers in New Brunswick. It has to be all NB craft beer at these locations. So that's kind of gotten a lot of people in New Brunswick upset. And also it drew the ire of the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Association, Craft Brewers Association, where it says Craft Brewers Association station on new barriers to the New Brunswick market. It says this week, New Brunswick's alcohol regulator, ANBL, announced that Nova Scotia craft beer cannot be sold in New Brunswick craft beer retail outlets. ANBL states that only New Brunswick beer can be sold in these locations and has instructed these outlets to no longer purchase craft beer from Nova Scotia. This effectively creates a new barrier to entry for Nova Scotia craft beer into New Brunswick. This most recent move by ANBL contradicts the Maritime Beer Accord, a formal agreement between maritime provinces which explicitly states that no brewery in the region will be treated any differently than any other brewery, no matter the maritime province in which they operate. We would like to highlight that not only NB breweries are treated the same as NS craft brewers in Nova Scotia, but they are allowed to sell in NS licensees direct at a discount compared to Nova Scotia breweries. Using the recent Supreme Court decision as a basis for this decision, ANBL misrepresents the decision made by the court. Nowhere in this decision does it say that provinces must employ new barriers to restrict access to province breweries. Further, the court never said the Maritime Beer Accord should not be respected going forward. If ANBL believes the court gives them the authority to be the only importer of alcohol in New Brunswick, then some sense of fairness must be maintained. Nova Scotia cannot allow New Brunswick breweries to operate with favorable conditions in both New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. It slants the playing field in favor of New Brunswick. CBAN's calls on ANBL to respect the Maritime Beer Accord and provide fair and equal access to Nova Scotia craft beer in New Brunswick. They also call on Nova Scotia and SLC to eliminate the unfair practice of granting New Brunswick breweries direct and preferential access to Nova Scotia. And, this is the kind of bullshit that you get when you start at the government level or at the Supreme Court level interfering with the status quo. I mean, I'm not to say that what happened last week was, should have happened, but this is the horse shit that comes about from it. What are you saying?
You know what, Nick? I'm actually kind of glad for this. It's about time that you fucking assholes in New Brunswick stop leeching off Nova Scotia and all of its great beer. What do we get from you guys? We get Pump House. Whoop-de-fucking-do. What do you guys get? All of our great breweries fucking funneling our beer up to you guys.
There's supposed to be better beer coming in from New Brunswick, like Trailways.
Yeah, I haven't fucking seen it.
Like Hammond River. The whole
fucking thing is that this is restrictive, and
shit, it's that guy.
Yeah, you were here. But the thing is, the whole fucking bullshit of the reason about this is there was a previous agreement in place that said all maritime craft beer has to be treated equally in each of these provinces. Saying, and they're putting their
fisted,
whatever you call it, put their foot down, sticking their fist in it. Yeah, that's right. They're putting their foot down, saying that they're not allowing Nova Scotia beer to be sold in the NB craft beer outlets, like little stores run either independent stores or little stores run by breweries, like at Pickeroons.
Hey, we'll just send all our stuff to Ontario where we're appreciated.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well.
You're not appreciated.
It's this kind of horseshit that makes me disappointed to be a New Brunswicker right now, because this is fucking bullshit.
Listen, we're more than happy to export yours if necessary.
I was excited as soon as I started seeing more Nova Scotia beer coming in. Like the Pickering's General Store recently started carrying Good Robot, Big Spruce, Boxing Rock, Two Crows, and that was awesome. And now it's just like that. It's gone. This just happened in the last couple of weeks, and now it's gone.
Buy it up while you can, Nick. Buy up all that Two Crows while you still can, bitch, because we're taking it back. We're not sharing it with you assholes anymore, New Brunswick, and shut up and get out of the fucking Commonwealth and the Union and everything.
You guys call yourself
now you're generalizing there.
Nick, you call yourself New Brunswickers? That's weird. That's just too long.
Brunswickers? Yeah.
It's just mine just cuts the chase pieces of shit.
Well, what do you call yourself?
Brunswickers.
Ontarians?
Well, yes, what I was thinking, Nick. I'm actually going to drink.
Now we call ourselves right. That's all.
What is it?
Lagunitas.
Oh, he's right wing.
What is it? Lagunitas? Guano. Waldo's. Okay.
Geez, didn't you watch his review the other day?
No, I didn't.
I know I did.
I watched Joe's review the other day. He didn't even show up tonight.
What is Joe doing tonight?
I have no idea.
Probably a lot of masturbation.
Really, who gives a fuck? Who cares about Joe?
He's either really good at it or really bad at it. We're not sure.
How you doing? You getting enough love this week? What's going on?
Everything's good here, man. Thanks for asking.
Yuri never gets enough love. He has kids.
This is true.
They're going to be getting to that age where they hate their father.
What do you mean getting?
Jesus Christ.
Somebody took too much in or something. You gotta improve that lung capacity.
I'm dying, guys.
Oh, thank God. About time.
420 was last.
Listen,
comments. Sorry.
Listen, Rod. I don't like your bigotry that all Polish people must partake in that, because I don't.
Can't fry any brain cells you don't got, right?
That's right. We prefer to fry our brain cells with vodka and other liquid imbibements. We don't smoke our stupidity.
I might have a shot of this later. Northern Comfort.
Okay.
Maple rum.
Thank you for your support.
Interesting.
Thank you for your support, Nick.
We have comments here if anybody wants to look.
Yeah, I'll read them. Raining on your parade, Yurt's favorite commenter says, drinking Lagunitas Waldo Special Ale, triple IPA, 11.3% ABV. What do you know?
Special Ale.
Andrew Watts says, LOL, I just checked in. All about Montreal. Come on. 4-3 Toronto, just saying.
Yay, go Toronto. We're the best, kind of.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, it sort of happened in 2013 too, but that didn't last, did it?
Paul's in the chat says
the Raptors won if anybody cares.
Strap on match.
The Raptors won if anybody cares.
What are you doing?
Oh, the Raptors won.
Yes, they beat the Wizards. See, I know something about basketball.
What is that series even? I don't even know how many fucking games are.
It's now 3-2 for Raptors now.
Oh, good for them.
Yay, go Michael Jordan.
Andrew Watts says, tell Gay, I'm sorry, love his stuff. Hey, brother. I think he meant I think he meant Gee, but he spelled it Gey for some reason. I don't know.
It's up gay. It's up gay.
That can't be a typo because like the E and the U are nowhere near each other on the fucking keyboard. So
yeah, they're pretty far away.
So okay, Gay. He's really sorry, Gay. He loves your stuff. Hey, brother.
I'm back.
He loves the gay stuff.
Yeah, he loves the gay stuff.
He's got no shirt on.
And no one knows what.
Look, my cat's
no one
up there.
No one knows what happened to Stonehammer yet. Paul says no one cares. You mean? I'm sure they'll get sued by Stone at some point. And then he says Kentucky Fried Bigot. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. Writing on Your Parade wants to know when we're going to be doing Summer Claus Classic on Beer 101.
We have to be able to all get it first.
Yeah,
I've already started the 1 liter challenge. Nobody else did it after me.
What's that?
1 liter of Santa Claus? Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, if I could get it, I would just wreck you. Sure. But I can't get it, so I can't wreck you. That's all there is to it.
Santa Claus gauntlet?
Yeah, I know I could wreck you in that.
Didn't Paul do some kind of chug challenge recently?
Yeah, a lot of cock, maybe.
1 liter cock.
Wow.
Yeah. Rainier Parade wants to know if Paul never joins, and Paul's like, I'm not lowering myself for these fools. Basically, is what he's saying.
Not on Facebook anyway, so we can't send him a link.
He's on. I got him on Facebook. I can send him the link.
I mean, you got him on Facebook. Is he being a buddy?
Yeah, but he can't join us till Ewart leaves.
I think I have him on Facebook as well.
Can't you send him a link via like Google Plus or something?
No, it's too complex for Paul. Paul says he's huffing paint thinner on his time off.
Sounds about right.
I believe it.
Yeah, but what does he do to relax? That's what I want to know.
And Andrew wants to know, how about we do an ice beer sometime in the next few weeks?
Why not?
Like, how about go fuck yourself? No.
Well, it's not like you're doing one anyway, Yurt. So you don't really.
That's
even
a terrible idea. I mean, I would tune in even less if that happened.
So you're saying we should do
it? Craig wants to know if you like Good Robot there, Nick.
I haven't had it yet.
Oh, Nick misses Rob the Robot.
Paul says Waldo is good stuff, but I would want a lot of it. And Raining Enterprise says got 1 6-pack left of Waldo. That will do it for me for the year. There will be a new IPA on the shelves tomorrow.
Nice.
Every day.
Oh, they're showing a shot of the crowd outside. Holy Christ, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's Toronto. And plus it's warm in Toronto for this last few days, so everyone's gonna be out.
Yeah, spring seems to have finally fucking shown up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's like loser central, and they got nothing else to do, so they just go stand in the streets like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, instead they should be cool like us, hanging out, drinking beer with our online friends.
You're right. It's far cooler. That's not saying much, but it's far cooler.
Living the vida loca.
Jesus. Hey, fictional friends, let's drink some beer.
Yeah. We're not fictional. I'm pretty sure you all exist. It just...
Yeah. I really hope that you don't exist.
Well, I do.
There's
in the hot tub. I'm gonna exist right beside you.
There's a level of awkwardness there that kind of rivals like Steve Buscemi on 30 Rock, where he pretended to be an undercover kid in high school. Greetings, fellow kids.
Who wants to rub some elbows?
Lee, that's like me. Anytime I go to any bar, it's like that.
Well, yeah, I knew that because you still dress like Steve Buscemi dressed on that episode of 30 Rock. So
what's wrong? What's wrong with wearing a hat backwards?
Nothing. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that is you.
When you want to have a pep talk with your kids, do you like pull a chair back and sit on it backwards? Be like, listen, I gotta rap with you guys.
No. The hip can't take it. Can't do it.
Some people can't pull off a hat backwards. It's,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's like you kind of expected that the entire cast of Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo would have died off, but some of them sadly survived and became moms and dads.
Sadly became mums and dads.
Not sadly, fortunately. We're passing on those moves down to our next generation.
Made me think of it at Tom Green's at a backwards man, a backwards man, a backwards man, a backwards man.
You're going to come back for Breaking 3, Ow My Knee.
I just want to make an announcement that Chris Lezak is not here for the after chat, so that means he's having sex right now.
He's getting fucked.
Living vicariously through his dick. Dude needs to get laid.
I'm happy.
Cleaning out those hot top holes, you know what I'm saying?
So, Lee, which Nova Scotia beer should I enjoy next?
Oh, do the Lies.
Lies?
Or Lisi, or whatever the fuck it's pronounced.
Do the Hammond River Blueberry Wheat again.
Just mix them both together.
We should do a beer analysis on that.
I already have the verdict.
It's a blueberry ale. Everyone hates it. But next.
Exactly. Yeah. I admit that I think I've had maybe one or two blueberry beers I didn't mind.
But they were like triple hopped and bourbon barrel aged.
Sadly, I hate to say it, but I agree with you. Or it is blueberry beers are generally not good.
Yeah,
it is a terrible thing to
acquire taste.
I think I've had again like maybe one or two that were decent, but most were just kind of not great. Yeah,
like what was that one from fucking Maine, Sea Dog Blueberry or something. That thing was a piece of shit.
They're more popular over here in the Maritimes just because there's so many fucking blueberries around and everyone's so polite. They're like, well, I guess we should drink it. We don't want it to go to waste.
That really sounds like a bigoted comment. There's all these blueberries around.
There really are.
Blueberries.
There's a fucking blueberries on the other side of the goddamn road.
I'm not being a bigot. I'm a race realist. There's lots of blueberries around.
Why don't you guys do a fish beer?
Race realist.
A fish beer. Oh my
God. There's an oyster stout from a company in Halifax that's soon going to be released in the NSLC.
My dog had oyster stout.
Made with oysters?
Yes.
Sober Island.
Why?
Oyster stouts are generally made with the shells.
Lee, is that Sober Island?
Yeah, fun. Sober Island. Yep.
Yeah, I've had that. It's actually really good.
Really?
There you go.
Wow. You wouldn't think so.
I want a fish beer.
I've actually never had an oyster myself, though, so I can't really speak about that. So,
wouldn't that be basically the same thing? Wouldn't that basically be the same thing as that beer that was made with vaginal yeast?
Oh my God, that shit is nasty.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't try it. Just thinking about it.
So you're equating oysters to vaginas. That's okay.
Hey, you know what? The oyster is the clam, and the pearl is the clitoris.
Okay.
Well, another name for an animal going in heat is oestrus.
There we go.
I thought that was
oysters are an aphrodisiac.
There's your random facts for the day, everybody.
I know. I get horny.
See, Alice back at
like I said, oestrus, and Greg's already fapped twice.
Actually, you know what? Don't ask me the science behind this, but whenever I stuff myself with chicken wings, I get incredibly horny. I don't know why.
Probably all the hormones they pump into those chickens.
Yeah, it might be it. I don't know. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
The hormones, yeah.
Well, how do you eat them?
Yeah, what end are they going in, bud?
Yeah. What end are they going in?
My mouth usually, but every once in a while.
What was that? What was that noise? Somebody clenching chicken wings.
Something dramatic.
Clenching chicken wings.
The Halifax explosion.
Too
Chicken
soon,
wings
Nick.
sideways.
Way too soon, buddy. Come on now. That tragedy is still
The second largest explosion in Canada. He knows what I'm talking about.
Gutsy.
Life is happiness in your household.
Paul says Chris officially playing hide the sausage and possibly with a female and possibly with a human female and possibly with a consenting female.
Hey, you know what? These are all possibilities that we wish Chris the best on, but you know what? No one's perfect. No one can hit all those targets all the time.
Yeah.
It's like
2 out of 3 ain't bad or whatever, you know.
Whichever one.
It's almost like a saison.
It's like what Meatloaf said. 2 out of 3 ain't
Don't
bad.
be sad.
Yeah, it is. It's like a saison. It's a table beer, kind of same idea.
Yeah.
Essentially the same style.
Table beer is such a hipster term. You fuckers.
It is. Well, it is.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But
What's the
That-
ABV on
blame
it?
that
such
on
a
those Nova
hipster
Scotia
term.
cunts. ABV
Jesus
is
Christ, Nick. Language.
3.5. That's wow.
Okay.
That's low.
Yeah, that's a table beer. Yeah.
That's fermented fruit.
it's essentially a saison at the actual traditional alcohol level for a traditional saison.
Yeah, what it's meant to be.
What it?
Give them some beer so they don't get drunk and they get back to fucking work.
Yeah, Two Crows has got some good stuff.
Wasn't that the ABV when they built the pyramids or whatever, get people working with beer or something? That's what I heard.
It wasn't the pyramids, but it was like farmhands. Well,
Yeah, I think they kept them working the pyramids with whips, is what they kept them working with.
Whips and beer.
yeah, but they serve beer to people working on farms and I guess the pyramids during the old days because it was safer to drink.
Back then.
It was safer to drink alcohol like fermented water because it was boiled rather than regular water.
Well, yeah, because everyone thinks, oh, it's a river. It must be so crisp and clean. Meanwhile, you don't know about that diseased deer that died upstream a few days ago.
Or your neighbor who shit in it.
Yeah,
or you who
exactly.
shit in it.
And go Oregon Trail on that whole shit saying, you just died of dysentery.
Like back in the day where towns just had basically big like cisterns or pits or whatever where everybody in town just went and dumped their shit and piss. It's like
Exactly. Every river was the Ganges back in the day.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Cholera? I don't even know her number.
Whoa.
Oh, Jesus, Nick.
Whackity schmackity doo.
Put the hipster glasses back on.
You should have kept that shtick going the whole thing. You gave up too fast.
Sorry.
Wait, you got to get your.
Maybe next time we do an analysis of hipster beer.
Yeah,
Toucan like soy boy.
Oh, Boston has a power play.
Rating on your parade.
Never mind.
Rating on your parade asks, how about Left Blonde or Bruin for our 101? We discussed doing that, but everyone would have to get one. I can't get either of those, so.
How about we just
Wait, you can't get Left Blonde
finally
in there?
do this.
No, Blonde's been gone for years now in the NSL.
Wow.
It's
Still
about
here.
time for Sit Down Boys Old Meal Stout, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, we need to do
I
that.
can't
at some
get that
point.
anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? You can't get St. Ambrose Oatmeal Stout anymore either. Can you get anything St. Ambrose?
Saint Ambroise.
St. Ambrose, whatever.
Whatever.
Roy's.
I can get. We just got their Pamplemousse IPA.
Pamplemousse. My God, you guys live in.
That's a
You guys are
great
surrounded
name.
by French
Grapefruit
people.
IPA.
Fuck.
How can the fuck you get that first and you don't have anything else from them?
I think we got a couple other things from them, if I recall correctly. But I saw that today. And I didn't pick it up.
What?
It was a 4-on-4, and they like instantly scored. Holy shit!
Yeah, let me look and see what we got here for St. Ambrose. We've got
What's the score now?
4-4.
Black IPA, Session IPA.
Oh yeah, we can get
regular
the black
Apparently
IPA.
we still have the Baltic Porter, which is fucking delicious.
Yeah, not in our
Right.
NSLC.
Well, according to this, has been discontinued. So let me see if is it anywhere near me. No, I
You
might
got
sell
the
a bottle of that.
You got the apricot?
Yeah, we get the apricot wheat. Apricot wheat. We still apparently, of course, still have the vintage from last year. And it's in St. John too. All right, I can get that the standard bottle Imperial Porter, the barrel aged version, the one that comes in the big cork bottle.
But no one else can get that.
Yeah, I know. An oatmeal stout in 6-packs, and the McCausland Tasters pack, which includes the apricot, the pale, the IPA, I think, and
please say pumpkin.
No, pumpkin. And the oatmeal stout.
You haven't lived until you've tasted the pumpkin from St. Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. Yeah, we did that on a Beer Analysis 101 before I took over.
Embroidery.
Saint Embroidery.
Yeah, we get the apricot wheat, we get the black IPA, we get the grapefruit IPA, and we get the raspberry ale. And apparently there's still some pumpkin ale floating around somewhere.
I've had the raspberry, I'm pretty sure. I think I got one from Guy.
I think there's still like a full case of the pumpkin ale at one of the LCBOs here in North Bay.
They're red. We get the red beer. That's pretty fucking good too.
Yeah, I think you gave me the red beer. I'm pretty sure I have the raspberry from somewhere.
Their maple beer is really good.
Check this out. The raspberry ale, there's officially one can left in Elmsdale, Nova Scotia. That's the only can left in the entire province, apparently.
It's hiding in the washroom.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
It's hiding like in the back of the toilet bowl.
You know what that one? You know what that one means? You know what that one means? That some kid walked in and walked out with it in his pocket.
Probably.
No, it's in the toilet. It's in the toilet. It's in the toilet water tank.
Somebody chugged it in store.
Yeah, that sounds likely.
We got 94 in my. Shut up, Guy. We have 94 in my local of the grapefruit IPA that just showed up. So
I don't think I had that one either. I haven't had the black IPA and even the Pamplemousse.
I want to say
you haven't had the black IPA. That's actually one of the best black IPAs I've ever had.
The Saint one? I don't think I've had that one either. I don't think it's
really good.
Here.
I'll have to go.
I've had it, but I wasn't impressed by it.
I'll have to go to Brew and pick up some for the unsectioned polisher.
This Brewed Awakening shit's actually pretty tasty.
See, that's actually interesting. I'd like to
try the coffee works nicely with like the stouty aspect of the IPA, the black IPA kind of thing.
Where did you get it at? Did you get it in an LCBO?
Yep.
A Lickbo? Cool. Yeah. Maybe it'll be some there next month.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm probably gonna for the bottle share. Like again, 99%. I'm hoping to go there. It's like my car breaks down or something before. But
you're hoping to go to Bell City?
No, to the bottle share. I said.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to. I'm gonna bring probably some. Well, just there's gonna be 3 breweries here in North Bay soon, but 2 are already open. So I'm gonna bring some new Ontario stuff and hopefully some Big Water stuff if I can get in there.
There's going to be a lot of beer there. You probably don't have to worry about bringing a whole lot, but at the same time, I would bring stuff from your local breweries.
Just I want to try. I want to bring stuff that none of you have had before, kind of.
Exactly. Oh, you got a bold style Pilsner. Did you buy a whole 12-pack of that, Key?
No, just tall cans at beer store.
You can get tall cans at the beer store?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that'd be a good one to do for beer analysis. I still have some cans of that left.
I like that one.
Yeah, I can get it. I can only get it in 12-packs, but I actually like that beer. So
I got so much shit back in the day for giving that like just a substandard review. There were so many fucking homers from out west who just like swear by it because it's such a fucking regional beer.
Saskatchewan champagne.
Well, it does smell like cardboard, isn't it? Smells like cardboard and ass though.
Like kokanee. Did they still make kokanee?
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
That was actually a big thing here in Ontario, like here in Ontario at the bars and shit for a while. Back when I used to work there. I haven't seen it
drink that
forever.
I used to drink that when I lived out west, like kokanee, because I don't know what it was. It would always like maybe it's because I had a baby palate at the time.
That'd be a decent thing to do for an analysis. She's like, write that down.
Oh, if I can get I'd like to try kokanee.
No, you should do an impromptu one at the Flying Saucer in Niagara Falls around.
Yes,
2 a.m.
We should do it live.
We'll do it with you.
We'll do it on our phone.
Randomly, Nick, your idea to do like a live or just like a on location beer analysis 101 at the bottle share. That sounds pretty cool.
You know, we could do something like that at the bottle share. I was kind of thinking like I would do I'd do a beer analysis 101 from Chris's place.
Well, Chris wants to live stream the whole thing apparently. So
yeah. Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about like actually I'm going up on a Tuesday, but I mean maintain the regularly scheduled Wednesday.
Oh, you know, okay. I wish I had enough.
Oh, you're going up that early? I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going up Tuesday, coming home Sunday.
But it's not a 101. You're just doing.
I still got to figure out how I'm getting back to the airport on Sunday.
Impossible. I wish I had enough to go around because if I had a whole bottle of or close to a bottle of Sam Adams Utopia, I'd bring it up and we could all have a little, couple ounces to try. But I don't have that.
You're selfish.
Sorry.
What are you trying to say?
Are you heading back up that way there, Redbeard?
I'm gonna be going down Friday hopefully and coming back Sunday at some point hopefully. So
my flight doesn't leave until in the evening anyway, so it doesn't matter what time.
I might want to leave earlier, but depending on how things go, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's not like I've ever spent 11 hours in the airport before.
Oh man, if we could get all of our hands on fucking Labatt Wildcat, the old shitty kitty.
Oh shit!
Awesome. Do they still make that, or is that like?
I think they do.
I don't know if they still make that or not.
Wow,
they probably do.
Wait, what about Carling Black Label? How about that?
I can get that.
I remember as a kid, that was like my dad's beer of choice. Carling Black Label. There was always like empty 6-packs.
You know what you should do? Room. Old Vienna.
Yeah.
OV. Oh,
OV.
Yeah. Or you can go Carling, which is.
You almost need to rename the fucking. You almost need to rename the show to like.
You said Carling Black Label.
Shitty beer analysis 101. Because like macro analysis.
We've already examined Molson Canadian, so if
I guess
I name it for that.
I think you should do side by side of Carling and OV and see if you can tell the difference.
Next week should be interesting.
I can't, yeah,
because they're the exact same
okay, but
he said it wrong.
Oh my god! And now Boston is winning.
Oh no!
I'm so sorry.
It went from Go Leafs go to No Leafs no.
Yep.
I can't wait to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left.
Hey, you know what? As a Torontonian, it wouldn't be too bad if the Leafs won, even though I don't give a shit about sports. But at the same time, if the Leafs lose tonight, at least I don't have to fucking hear about the Leafs for a little while.
That's true.
What day is the bottle share?
Friday.
I'm not doing that.
Jesus Christ.
You don't want to bang Cousin Pascal?
What?
Cousin Pascal's going to be there, so you have to be there.
What?
Non-negotiable.
Because if you're not there, Cousin Pascal's going to find you.
Pascal's like, whiskey? Tear it off your pants.
And you don't want to make Cousin Pascal wait for you. You want to be prompt.
Fun fact: every time Euro doesn't show up for a bottle share, Radar eats a baby.
Man, that's a lot of babies been eaten, man.
Hey, listen, motherfuckers. When I do show, it's spectacular.
Yeah, because we all put our penis in your ear.
That's true. I may try to do Thursday. Still a ways off. Not a bottle share, but whatever. I don't need the rest.
I think you said you were busy on the Saturday, were you?
I'm busy every Saturday, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm going up on, like I said, I was going up on Tuesday, so I'll be there the Wednesday and the Thursday.
Just think of it this way, Yurt. This is the opportunity to abandon your family.
Yeah.
Dude,
plus, don't your kids have a mother? Let her pull her own weight.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Aren't I worth it?
Do I have to answer that?
And you burst out laughing. I see it.
Yeah. Oh, poor Nick.
Oh,
Nick, we kind of like you.
Oh, wait a second.
Sounds like a good time to pull your dick out.
Pull your dick out, yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
Giggity.
So, Craig in the chat wants to know if there's a show tomorrow, Rod. I'm guessing
Yes,
that's
there
yes.
is.
Okay, and then he follows up by saying, "Sorry, Nick, I love your shows." I don't know. I don't know why he thought asking that in the chat was going to like imply "fuck Nick." By the way.
Oh yeah, he left and never came back.
We are doing Brooklyn Brewing tomorrow.
Ah, okay, cool. Paul says that's on you, Craig, but that's just you. And Craig agrees with that. Craig wants to know, as Nick is getting less Canadian beers, what Belgian beers can you get?
I can get what's that one? Fuck, it's
Cantillon Oud Goose. Anybody else?
No, Lindemans Old Creek. Can you guys get Lindemans Creek?
No. I don't think I've seen that.
No.
And that's why I never offer this shit. I do have on hand current like fresh bottles of Lindemans Faro, the Goose, and the Framboise. Oh, and the Cassis. But I don't know if anybody else can get any of those.
I think we still get the Framboise.
Since we're limited to
I'd love to do one of those.
Since we're limited to 2-3 beers per person for a bottle share, I'm probably just gonna go to the last place and game be nonstop beergasm. Just bring beers from tooth and nail. It's like, holy fuck, those are very good.
Ooh, bring whatever you can.
I don't know what he said, but it sounded exciting.
Yeah, as long as you don't bring Niagara Brewing Company beers.
What? No, he'll bring the Laker beer that he brought last time.
Bring the Laker IPA.
Here's a 2-4. Enjoy.
Bring a 2-4 Laker. It's like you did last time.
Or you could bring San Ambroise because it's about the same.
Insulting the French. The French are gonna get you.
Except everybody fucking loves it.
Tabernacle.
Suck my blood.
Tabernacle Luke Robitaille.
So what? Okay, what week is that again? Is that the 25th? Would be the Friday.
It's just the 25th.
I can't go. That's for sure.
Oh, now he can't go.
We're just fucking encouraging him by laughing at it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no. Fucking troll.
Yeah. Even the troll.
If you were any more of a troll, he would be Russian.
No tooth and nail for you. Fuck you.
Russian for what? Lee doesn't rush for anything.
I'm not actually. You know, I don't even think I can go at all because I'm actually flying out on Friday, the 25th.
Yeah, I think you had something about you've got some kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I'll be gone for a whole week, so I don't know if I can spare an extra day.
Your family likes it better when you're not around.
Yeah, I know.
Your kids get some freedom, and your wife's lover gets to come over.
Tell your family to stop being so selfish. Also, inform your kids that you're probably going to die in the next 10 years anyway, so they should get used to being apart from you.
Yes, and I'm conditioning them.
And let them know that one of them is adopted, but you're not telling them which one. Tell them which one.
Let them figure it out. Yeah. Let them pay for the paternity test.
If they didn't look so much like me and my wife, I could probably pull that off, but no.
I'm surprised nobody noticed that the word femme is the same word in French and it means woman, right?
No, la femme, not femme.
Same thing.
It's really not.
He's like, hey, woman, what's up? I miss my woman.
It's not La Femme Nikita. It's La Femme Nikita. There's a big difference.
Yeah. Guy, I thought you were supposed to be French. Come on.
He's been busted here, man. He's not French. He's not legit French at all.
He's like South African.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
You're just jealous because I only got the one that has the Holy Grail. It's very nice.
Very nice.
It's a nice. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave
me.
I'm gonna leave Ashley Sexton in charge. I'll be right back.
I got my camera off, but you have to assume I take my shirt off.
No.
You don't wear shirts.
I'm just gonna run through the comments because otherwise this is gonna degrade into nonsense.
Don't never run towards the ants. They're horrible creatures and they all bite.
Wow,
right.
Jesus.
Paul says there's still an outbreak of pumpkin that needs to be contained and cleared up.
Better drink it all, Paul.
Yeah, he says, hell yeah. Paul. He says, hell yeah, Kokanee for life. I know it's shit, but I still want one. You can all do Natty Daddy on the bottle share.
Who's Daddy?
Natty Daddy. Natural Ice.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? Who is your daddy and what is his ABV? Paul says they still do make Wildcat, and he says he agrees with Redbeard. So Paul's obviously not in his right mind right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. He says it's always Friday night. Beercade! He says Ewart is busy every hour or every day, and no one is worth his time. Everyone being all the Niagara Brewing Company beers.
I think he means bring.
There will be Niagara Brewing Company beers. This I guarantee you.
But we could all be beers as well. That'd be cool if we were all being beers.
In fact, Chris, you know what? Chris isn't here to actually tell you guys, but I'll tell you the surprise. We're actually going to fill his entire hot tub full of Niagara Brewing Company beers. So we will actually be soaking in those beers.
Jesus.
They will go into the pores of our skin.
Lovely.
I can already see what's going to happen. Basically, what's going to happen is a delusional Greg is going to take like about 3 or 4 cases of fucking shitty beer from Niagara Brewing Company, and he's going to fucking dump it in a sink and clog up his fucking sink, and it's going to drip down to the apartment below him, and he's going to get kicked out of his fucking building.
Or he's gonna get up to the rooftop, thinking there's a hot tub up there, lock himself up on the rooftop, have to survive on the beer on the rooftop until he eventually just dies. He's able to hit a pedestrian down below and let them know.
He's gonna drink 2 of those fucking beers, and he's just gonna jump off the fucking roof. It's like, it's not worth it.
Okay,
after drinking this, it's not worth it.
No, I went there. The beer wasn't that bad.
I envision the bathtub, and Greg will plug it up, fill it with beer, and then, well, it's got to be hot and bubbly, so he's going to throw in the hairdryer and turn it on. That's how it's
The worst
What a good plan.
The worst part is, it's going to be when Nick is in there, and then the prophecy will be complete.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but, alcohol kills electricity, so it'll be okay.
Is that how it works? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Science.
I've read the same thing.
I don't know. I've
Exactly
never
how
been
it
good at
works.
math.
Yeah, alcohol's not like water. Water conducts electricity. Alcohol doesn't at all.
Otherwise, all the breweries would be exploding, so that's why they don't explode.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
The only thing alcohol conducts is panties dropping to the floor.
Yeah.
Bazinga.
Yeah, Nick's channel does not condone rape.
Unless you're Chris Peters.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Chris Peters.
Most sincere apology ever. Can't even get the words out without pissing himself.
Oh, I feel he's so picked on, so much hate. I feel bad.
Yeah, poor guy.
So, what's everybody drinking?
I'm
I
having
just
the
cracked
Sam
open-
Adams Boston Lager.
I just
there
cracked
you go.
open a Ransack the Universe IPA by Collective Arts.
What's the date on the bottom of the can? I have a funny
Mine?
story about that. Yeah.
They've actually been pretty good here lately. It's this one is April 13th.
So my LCBO I went to tonight, they in their fridge was one from February. On their shelf, going through the LCBO aging program, was one from a week and a half ago.
Whoa.
Fucking idiots. I know, right? It's
This stuff is pretty good when it's fresh. It's really nice.
So that means they're going to taste about the same then. So you got the fridge is going to slow aging, and then the shelf, which will accelerate it. So it works out perfectly.
Yeah, you get into that happy medium of
Dog shit. Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
I'm about to grab a can of Tuscan Falls Red IPA.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're not
that's
grabbing
that new one from Yarmouth, isn't it?
Yep.
Red IPAs have been very kind of hit or miss for me, I find. Like some are really good, some are just really kind of
This one's basically just like a modern red ale. Like they say red IPA, and I think that's kind of a bullshit fucking style to begin with. It's basically just a hoppy red ale is all it is.
Yeah.
I generally like that style a lot.
Most
I wonder
styles just
why.
involve
why.
changing the malt or the hop profile.
That's
So.
what Chad and I made. We made a hoppy red ale.
There you go. See, you made a red IPA.
Yeah, I guess kind of, yeah.
You guys are pioneers.
Damn right, man. Damn right.
Is it bad if I
It was a
get
pioneering experience for me because it was my first time. I popped my brewing cherry.
Nice.
Oh my!
I actually bought something recently, and it had a canning date of just over a month earlier when I bought it, and I was kind of pissed. Is that wrong?
Oh, I just drain pour it.
I know. I was tempted.
Especially if it's
is not terrible.
If it's a lager, just drain pour that lager. Fuck it.
No.
Oh, hi.
I actually recently I went to Perry Sound and my sister brought me to the Snobies there, and they had a bunch of beers I hadn't had, and I blindly grabbed them without checking the dates. I just did a couple of vlogs on a couple of them, and they were some kind of like just lager basic beers, and they were from I want to say August or September of last year. And they were still really tasty. I was quite surprised. Both of them were actually still really good. One was the Descendants. Reynolds Rye Fox or something like that. Their Golden Rye Ale. It was still really tasty. And Wasaga Beach apparently has a brewery now, and their Beach One Cerveza was the other one. It was actually
I think that's a contract. They just that's the contract brew.
One of the guys on I think it was Rate Beer or Beer Advocate. The one comment he made was just I spent like half the vlog just making fun of the comment because he. It's just unnecessarily like Wasaga Beach will forever be known for this terrible beer made in Toronto and all this stupid shit. And he couldn't even spell, and it was fun.
You know what beer is really bad when it's not fresh off the line? Steam Whistle Pilsner, drain pour, 2 weeks old, drain pour it.
I agree.
Right?
Completely agree. Thank you for your very valid opinion.
Yes.
I have a better opinion. Never buy Steam Whistle Pilsner to begin with.
Steam Whistle Pilsner is delicious.
I enjoy it, just not when it's 2 weeks old. Drain pour it.
Yeah, more than 2 weeks old. Drain pour it. Come on.
Now you're talking my language, man. Fuck Steam Whistle.
Exactly. Only if it's Steam Whistle Plus, which is a whale.
Oh, that is a whale.
God.
And Lee is afraid of Steam Whistle. I don't know why, but he's
I'm not afraid of Steam Whistle.
You're afraid of it. You wouldn't do the analysis.
I'm repulsed by it. It's not fear. It's repulsion.
Like you actually find it to be like gross?
Is it just Pilsners in general or just Steam Whistles?
No, Lee just wants to dig his heels in.
I hate their whole company, and I hate the people who work there, and I hate their families.
Exactly.
Well, it's fine. I mean,
maybe
you can
not
like
the
their
families part, but everything else, yes.
No,
what about their extended families?
I hope
definitely the extended families.
The whole family tree back to the ancestry and stuff.
What about the person who works there, but like they're not their children, but their children's children? Do you still feel they need to be murdered, or at that point are they okay?
He never said that.
They're just like the Nazis in World War II who weren't part of the Nazi party. They were just the foot soldiers. They still deserve to be shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they do deserve to be. Okay, yeah.
What I'm saying
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you went there anyway.
What I'm saying is everyone involved in Steam Whistle, even by some small degree, should be rounded up and gassed.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Redbeard, I hope you learned a valuable lesson here is that you shouldn't be speaking for Lee. Lee is his own person.
Oh, no,
he likes to commit his own hate crimes without your consent or help.
I was never trying to speak for him. I think again, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and not assuming that he was going to go. He was going to go there, but yeah, you're right. I should just go ahead.
You should just assume I'm the worst person in the world and just go with it.
But here's the thing: even worse than all those people are the people who comment on their YouTube videos if they had any on the channel.
Well, yeah, those people are scum.
Those are low right there. Any
on the
YouTube commenters, anything that they have, I'm sure they have a YouTube channel. Any commenters on YouTube channels are the worst. The worst.
Oh yeah, I've wanted to kill myself a few times.
Exactly.
I want to say most of the comments that I've had that have been like really, really made me feel bad about myself were actually from you, Ewart. So thank you for
that. You're welcome.
You're feeding the troll.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not a troll.
I think the troll's feeding himself.
No, I don't like that term. I don't identify with it.
He's a hipster troll. He doesn't identify with that.
He's more of an ogre or an orc, perhaps.
Yeah. Orc, yes, exactly.
I'd say he's more of a sodomite.
I don't get any pleasure out of getting on people's case.
It's done. There go 7-7-7-5. Or
7-5.
6-4. 6-4. Sorry, 6-4. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I was just off by one either way.
Yeah, either way, they're
both numbers wrong there, Gary.
I did.
4 or 6.
Still, but I still got the math right, so it's fine.
There's gonna be so many depressed people at my work tomorrow.
I got just
fans.
Oh, just a second. I got to refresh my Facebook feed. There's probably some people losing their minds.
Hey, Rod, how's that Waldo's?
Did disallow the last goal? I just saw it go away.
Nick,
The Waldo's. Oh, never mind.
How's the Waldo's?
It's pretty decent. It's easily one of my favorites from them now. So
yeah.
If you like resinous, hoppy, dank, I mean, it's like their most dank beer, they say. You definitely get hit with it. You got to love the hop for this one.
Have they been brewing that for a few years now, or I'm not familiar with it? So
I think it's been for a few. This is the first year I got it. They were doing it last year, but I couldn't find it anywhere here last year.
Okay. I had it a few years ago. I remember at someone actually had a growler of it, and we were in line at a release once and opened it up. And I thought it was okay. It's not the most resonant beer I've ever had. It's not the most.
Yeah, it goes pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, I've had it. I mean, it's not the most that I've had before either, but it definitely comes through.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I found there's stuff from like even Green Flash that I've had was danker than that.
Oh, won't be much Green Flash anymore.
No, I know.
It's pretty funny. As soon as that goal happened, I was like, I'm going to refresh my Facebook page and see. And the first thing that came up was somebody just put "typical" with a sad face.
See, they had that all queued up. They were ready to be disappointed.
See, well, it seems to be
because they haven't been to the playoffs for like.
Yeah, but they haven't been there in a while. But like anytime, it's a Toronto thing almost. Make it to the playoffs and then just kind of choke or fall apart or die or something like.
Yep.
The Jays have done it a couple times recently.
The Raptors do it all the time.
The Raptors, like it's kind of the Toronto thing lately. It's sad, but it's true. The Jays are actually off to a pretty goddamn good start this year, though.
And they've won a World Series, a couple of them within the last 30 years.
True, but
50.
They haven't made it really that far in a long time. Like the last, few years.
Well, they got to the ALC final or something. The
ALCS.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently.
They won the ALDS. A couple of years ago, they won the ALDS, and they made it the LCS.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I don't know what
that was the whole
lost to Kansas City, I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, the backflip was in the ALDS against Texas, and then I'm
actually happy that Bautista's gone. He was a bit of a cocky kind of, just unnecessary, and he wasn't as good as he used to be at all.
Nope.
I find
he wasn't.
Did you hear?
They have a hell of a player in Osuna, though.
Bautista was seeking like $25 million a year or some shit like that, and
he
ended up settling
contract
for like
yeah. Now he's in the minors.
He's in the minors.
He's at the twilight of his career anyway. So
how do we parlay that into beer? I don't know.
What beer are they serving at Skydome right now?
Nothing good.
They
don't actually serve steam whistle there anymore.
They don't serve steam whistle. Steam whistle's like their next door fucking neighbor.
They served it for one season and then they stopped serving it.
Do they still serve beer in cans after the whole?
Yes, they do.
That's good because that was like one person to
$10 for a king can.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
I went to a place. We were doing a job in New Liskeard, and we got there we're doing two jobs. Got to the first job. And nobody was there to let us in. So we're like, okay, we got to wait for like 3 hours. There's a bar right there. Let's go have a beer, sit down, watch the game kind of thing, and wait. And they had it was Zontes in New Liskeard. Awesome craft beer selection. I think I took a picture and posted on my Facebook or something. But I picked a beer, something by Stack I hadn't had before. Drank it. It was pretty good. Get the bill. $9.75.
For a fucking pint.
For a normal tall boy. And I was like, okay, here's 10. You basically priced yourself out of any decent tip. Like that's the best you're getting. Because that was fucking way over. Like the most I've ever seen a can of beer, I want to say, was like a barley. Well, let's say an average can of beer, around like the maximum 7% ABV line.
Yeah.
Probably like $4 for the can of beer. So if the bar is getting that can for $4, they could sell it for $6.50 even, and make a decent profit on it. And still, I'd still probably give the person a $10 bill and be like, "There you go, keep the change." and that person would get a decent tip. Just
a tip.
Ridiculous. The bar is more interested in making
tip.
money than giving their employees any kind of good money. And that's how I see it.
So basically, at the end of the day, they're just getting the tip.
Just the tip, man. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Archer style. You've all seen the show Archer, right? And that whole montage with just the tip.
So
Tip.
Archer's fantastic. It's like an Adult Swim cartoon thing. It's fucking.
I only watched the first season, I think.
It's
What do you got, buddy?
I highly recommend everybody check it out. It's really good.
I think I'm going to crack this open. Amplified Kolsch.
It's H. John Benjamin, the guy that plays Bob and Bob's Burgers.
Is that a dry hopped Kolsch or something? Amplified.
Oh.
It's a pretty aggressive name for a Kolsch.
The Golden Lagered Ale is inspired by the iconic record store Backstreet Records. It was actually brewed in collaboration with a local record store, and it's actually one of my favorite record stores because you can see right behind me. I got my record racks. Like 33% of those records probably came from that same record store that they brewed this with.
Fancy,
crazy. Did you go to the record store date, Nick?
You're like supporting them everywhere.
I did, but I didn't buy anything. The only thing I bought was a gift card for my brother's birthday. Anyway,
Here's Nick.
Crack this open. Smells like popcorn.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Oh, the net is empty.
Did you say cock porn?
Cock porn. You get a picture.
Cock porn?
Oh, look, Leaf fans are already leaving. That's a good sign.
2.5 minutes left, according to my possibly a little bit off live stream.
Bust down.
I gotta say, being a Leaf fan is like being in an abusive relationship. You keep sticking around, just hoping it's going to get better.
Yeah, that's not a bad analogy at all. Like they gotta get 2 goals in 2 minutes, basically. And I know I'm pretty sure it's happened before, probably, but like, fuck's sake. They had the lead. All they had to do was keep the lead, and they let 3 goals go in.
It's typical Canadian teams is that we're in the lead, and then suddenly it's like, oh well, we've already won, guys. Let's start celebrating, and then.
It's that whole thought of like the Leaf fans making fun of Canadians fans, saying that they don't understand what playoffs are. It's like, yeah, well, at least we've made it in the second round in the last 10 years.
There's no logic to anything that Leafs fans and Canadians fans make fun of each other for. It's all just ridiculous. Like
no, it's all just talking shit. Like who cares?
It's like you were raised by it's usually your parents like this team, so you like this team. So it's like goes down the family line kind of thing. Like me, my dad didn't give a shit about hockey. Me, I was born in Calgary, so
you're kidding me. They fucking got the empty netter.
And there you go.
Oh, Toronto's dead.
The Leafs pull their goalie.
Wackity, schmackity. Got the empty netter.
You know what? God. We're going to see just now how far behind my stream is because they don't have it yet on mine. Well, I'm actually pretty far behind, aren't I?
Yeah. Popcorn.
Put some butter in there.
What is that? Was that Marchand to get that?
Hi.
I'd like to go around.
Okay.
Hey, Agnes. Hey, Agnes. How you feeling, Guy?
Eh?
Eh?
Everyone light beer spell. Okay.
Everybody went.
No, it's gay.
Everybody went quiet as soon as we started watching hockey.
Well, we're not watching hockey now. There's no point.
Wow! The goal just now happened in my live stream, so I'm behind like a good minute and a half or so. That's pretty funny.
Oh wow! Yeah,
still though,
on CBC.
Still though, not having to pay for any kind of cable and stuff, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, except the goals get spoiled for you.
Not even like if I hadn't been watching the game along with you guys, kind of thing, I wouldn't have been live checking anything or anything like that. I wouldn't have known.
No. 3.
I gotta refresh the Facebook again now.
0. There you go. Boston won. It's over.
Oh, it's over now.
Yeah, you can look at right in the back corner of my screen, where you can see
I still have 50 seconds to go.
Leaf fans.
Just the crowd. The first time they showed that crowd, they were like just like losing their minds, all happy, and now they're just like not even moving.
Yeah, they're all depressed.
Everybody's got to feel like just garbage right now.
I think I'd watch hockey if they start releasing like snow leopards on the ice or something, and, like, attach meat to the guys, or I don't know.
Turn it into a Roman Coliseum kind of thing.
Yeah.
They should put like big blades on the sticks, and like the hockey game turns into like just like last man standing.
Giant
Fight to the
floppy,
death.
Giant Running Man.
It's like or have giant floppy dildo fights.
A big floppy dildo.
Jesus, that's hard.
Only in Quebec.
Hey, Aga, the Leafs lost. Are you upset? No, my wife doesn't give a shit either.
And now we're down. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch.
That's it. They're out of the playoffs for this year. You know what that means? The Leafs are playing golf.
Where's Chris and his baby palette? Because I just poured a Life in the Clouds hazy.
He's enjoying his baby palette on a lady's vagina right now.
That's actually a really fucking tasty beer.
Probably good point.
That's a damn tasty beer.
I would probably agree that it's better than IPA number 5.
I don't know if I go that far. They're different beasts.
Wait, a lady's vagina is better than an IPA number 5?
IPA number 5 is a
100%. That's
8.2% double IPA. Life in the Clouds is they're both New England style, but Life in the Clouds is way more. It's like a 6%ish. I want to say, what is it?
I don't know.
Did you say you were pouring one?
What? No.
Who said you were pouring one?
I'm not pouring one.
IPA number 5? I don't know.
I don't drink.
Isn't it like 8.1 or 7 point something?
8.2 is IPA number 5. Life in the Clouds is like 6-ish%. So it's like they're different animals to compare. Like IPA number 5 is really good, really juicy, but strong. Whereas Life in the Clouds is really good, really juicy, but a bit more kind of sessionable and drinkable. So,
well, I wouldn't say it's sessionable. It's 6.1, but I find that IPA number 5 is a little unbalanced because it's too sweet.
Well, because it has Simcoe hops, so you have to be a cat owner. The pheromones in the urine makes you like that beer. It tastes like cat pee. That's it.
Oh, the cat piss. Yeah.
Is there any cat owner that likes the smell of cat piss?
No.
You're forced. You're exposed to it, but you don't realize that you're supposed to get turned on by it. That's why you like number 5.
There are obviously cat owners that like get to the point where they like obviously just are indifferent to it because you walk into some people's houses where they have like 3 or 4 and just the instant smell it's like, wow, you're just not noticing that anymore.
It's just like working on a pig farm or something that burns out your olfactory glands. You don't fucking smell it anymore.
Humans are able to adapt to. I don't know if it's better if it burns. It depends probably what it is, but that would burn it out. But some odors that you find offensive, you just like are around them enough, and it just becomes like you adapt to it basically.
It's like your significant other's farts.
Probably kind of thing. I've never,
sometimes they're killer. I mean, I remember with IPA number 5, I love the aroma, but I just found it was just a little too sweet.
But to Greg's point, you have to be in a relationship for longer than 4 months, really, to appreciate it.
No. By 4 months, you're an expert on all relationships and can make a video on how to be in a relationship.
You're also totally in love, and guys, you never have a fight. Oh, by the way, we've had some disagreements, but they were minor. We never had a fight.
I could use some advice. I've been with my wife for 22 years, and I could probably use some help.
Okay, here's the key. Okay, number 1, don't take her shit, but number 2, you don't have to hit her either.
Yeah, you don't be a beta male. That's one thing. And also, I know you're feeling anxiety there, Yort. It's all in your head. It's not mental illness. All you have to do is follow some key steps to getting past it and train yourself not to have anxiety, and you'll be free of it for the rest of your life.
But really, ultimately, my biggest issue is that I have a lot of trolls and haters. And you know what? Fuck them. I'm just going to ignore them and acknowledge them all at the same time.
I look forward to the 5 videos you're going to make tomorrow about them.
Fuck you all. I'm ignoring you.
Don't emulate Sean Connery.
Quiet. I'm ignoring you. Stop it. I'm ignoring you. All right. I'm not even going to acknowledge.
All of my trolls and haters. They can all go and fuck themselves.
Do you guys get Big Rock out east?
Not much.
We used to.
Oh, sure, I'm
used to.
Oh, lucky you.
I'm not that east. I'm more east, but not that east.
We used to get Big Rock out here, yeah.
Yeah, we got the grasshopper, the traditional, a couple of the other ones, and then it's like no one bought them, so it's like, well, fuck that idea.
They used to make a beer called Cold, like KOLD, that I used to actually really enjoy when I was like 19, 20 years old kind of thing.
I saw that one. I remember the grasshopper and the traditional ale, and they had one other that was here. Warthog. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up on those shit.
I had I don't know if it's still around, but the Citradelic IPA they made, and there's a couple different beers that show up here now and then.
All right, gents, I'm going to bid adieu.
Adieu?
All right, you're
adieu. Well, nice to see you, or at least the interesting avatar that you have there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.
Jesus.
And we got Ethan joining us tonight. How you doing tonight?
Oh, Ethan, father of Caroline's child.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Made me think of Sean Connery. Saturday Night Live. I'll take the rapist for 200.
I was going with
the rapist for 300. Alex.
Penis mites you.
That's the therapists, Mr. Connery, not the rapists.
Can't it be both?
I'll take the penis, mightier.
Doesn't work.
There's that's one of the most gold. Like you can go on like YouTube and search and watch the entire all of them in a row kind of thing. And that's one of the most gold Saturday Night Live sketches that I think there's ever been. Those Celebrity Jeopardies are fucking awesome.
I like the Norm Macdonald fucking Burt Reynolds impressions.
Oh yeah, was it for how much? Oh, let's go nuts, 7,800 or something like that. And it's like he doesn't even have the money, and he just all fucking chewing the gum the whole time. Norm Macdonald was
Reynolds
awesome
is wearing a large hat. Yeah, it's a big hat. It's funny.
Or the end's like, all you have to do, what is your name? Just write your name, and it's like Trebek.
It's like fuck you, Trebek.
Yeah. So fucking great.
Just so you guys know, we have 2 watchers now.
Ooh, I like when you call them watchers.
My screen says 4
or creepers.
So, I don't know.
Whatever you want to say.
Sexual predators.
We have 2 sexual predators watching.
You know what? As far as the Saturday Night Live movies they've made, they could probably adapt some kind of ridiculous Celebrity Jeopardy and make it into a pretty funny movie. I'd be down to watch that.
I prefer to call our viewers beerverts.
Beerverts?
Nice. I like that. Beerverts.
I thought you were going to say per viewer.
Bunch of beer-verted bastards.
Beerverts.
I can see.
I wasn't going to say that, Nick, because that doesn't sound good.
Jerome.
Yeah, we got 2 people watching. I'm pretty sure I'm one of them. So
I'm probably the
other. There you go. Yeah, I think everyone.
I've got it open in another tab. Yeah. Well, on that note, we can take this thing offline because nobody's watching it anyway.
Yes, and then we can swear.
And then Greg can take his shirt off. No, he can't.
Yeah. No, there'll be no shirt taken off.
All I gotta say is, Chris Peters' girlfriend, run away quickly. He killed those women.
Listen.
Peters killed those women.
If she's with Chris Peters, and I hope to God you haven't had sex with him because gross, but you've got low standards, and most likely you more than need to run away from him. You probably need to check yourself into some sort of a psychiatric ward because I don't know, I don't want to judge you, but your father probably molested you and did other weird things to you.
All right.
I don't want to judge you, but I'm going to go ahead.
I would just say for your own safety, Chris Peters killed those women. Don't be next. All right.
Don't be next. Offline.
We'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.